Hi everybody, this is Mohawk Valley Phenomenon, part 2 of our story. I'm trying to get this done within 15 minutes so this video could be uploaded tonight. So I feel like I'm always being rushed. And where I left off last time with our video was that my daughter Madison had cancer. And I have no idea if you can see this or not. This is a picture of her in a hospital. And I hope it's kind of in front of the camera. Well, it's in front of my face, but there you go. I'll get into more about that day that we went through then. She's 17 now. My son is 23 and my oldest daughter is 19. My 3 children are my world. Along with my girlfriend. She should be my wife, but it's my girlfriend. And I just want to kind of give you an explanation and an update with Madison, my youngest daughter. She was having some issues in school. We noticed some things going on with her, and it turned out that in the end she had CML, it's chronic myelogenic leukemia, and it's 1 in a million in children. So we understood right away that this wasn't going to be a quick thing. This is a lifelong disease that she's going to have to deal with. She's doing good now. She takes chemo every day. And I'll pick up on that story separately later on. It gets too emotional for me to get into that. I really want to stick to the things that have happened throughout our lives that we can't explain. That's the permission I got from my kids to put their pictures on, and they gave me permission because they feel that strongly about what's going on. Everybody needs to know this. So just after Madison was diagnosed with cancer and she finally got to come home months and months later after being in the hospital, she didn't tell us this until 5 years after her sighting. We did not know she had a sighting. And she told us that she had seen a Sasquatch or Sabe up by our apple tree walk across the yard, and that she had gotten so scared she ran into our back door of our house and sat on the floor and cried. Goodness, I wish she would have just came to me at the time. I've been following these subjects for a long time. This isn't something that's made up. I believe her 100%. I have always been very honest with my children. I've been very forthright. You know, when your kid comes home from school and little kids tell her that she's going to die because she has cancer, well, what do you tell that child? It's a tough situation to be in. So I'll get on to that story at another time. I really wanted to concentrate on something that happened recently within the last year and a half. The reason I want to do that right now is because I hope somebody comes forward. I know there were other people that were witness to this entity, and in my mind and my girlfriend's mind, it seemed like the Grim Reaper, and there's some reasons for that. So I just want to read something to you guys. I'm going to do this right in front of the camera, and it's kind of like a little narration. If you guys like narration better, I can write every podcast out, but this pretty much just comes off the cuff. I don't have any editing tools, so here we go. We're going to get into a next 2-part series that's going to get into my family's Grim Reaper's encounters and the history of the Grim Reaper. There are many cultures that have had a god of death. You may have heard of an entity called Charon in Greek mythology. He would take departed souls over the river on a ferry to the underworld, to the river Styx. But to get there, you would still have to pay him. Think about the movie Willow with director George Lucas. There is a good clip in the movie of the character Charon. Keep this in mind. These folklores don't come from just anywhere. It is my belief, though, it is my belief through my family's encounters that I believe people have seen this entity throughout time. But think about this, many people were illiterate. So in most but not all stories about the Grim Reaper back in the Middle Ages were written down secondhand from people that could write. Now think about the telephone game that you, or most of us, have played in school. The original story gets so distorted by the end, it doesn't come out remotely the same by the last person. Where am I going with this? Well, let's just say you are going to get an accurate encounter from the horse's mouth, a very true story. You all get a first-hand story through me, from my family, and not only from them, there also were other witnesses to the encounters that I hope will come out in the future that can collaborate this story. Hopefully the ones that had seen something, had seen the same thing. Eventually, I hope someday those people's curiosity will get the best of them, so they start searching this topic and stumble across this video at some point. I understand this is a long shot. This is going to be a two-part series with a location and follow-up video due to the fact that I don't have any editing capabilities. So basically, I'm going to take you guys on a journey. I'm going to show you where the encounter happened. I'm going to be very specific about the encounter, except for a couple things I'm going to leave out, because if anybody comes forward, that's confirmation. I don't need someone coming forward that wants to be a troll or something like that and play games with me and my family's hearts, because that's what's wrapped up in this here today, guys. And if there's anything I can say right now is if you've had any encounters at all, please, if you don't have it on video, please, as soon as you can, write down your encounters with as much description as possible. Sight, smell, feeling, the way it makes you feel. Maybe you're getting something telepathically, because we'll get into that later too. I'm sorry that this story is taking so long, but it's a long process. And, you know, again, just write it down as soon as possible, because unfortunately you can forget a lot over time. And this is kind of what I want to show you guys real quick here. These two books are full. These are what you're getting from me right now. Once I wasn't an idiot anymore and I realized this stuff was really happening, I started documenting everything. I started writing down dates, phases of the moon, the feelings of how we felt. It is a very real thing. I've learned this over time. And I might not have a video out again until after Friday at some point. I've got some work to do in the next couple days. I'll get into my work and stuff like that later on too. But the main thing is people need to start speaking about this stuff. And there's one other thing I want to do before I finish this, and that's I want to mention at least one podcast or YouTube channel that I feel like people have heart. These people, they give it their all for their channel, and they're honest, first off. So at the end of every channel, I don't have permission from these people either. I don't know if they're going to get mad, but here we go. His name is Mr. MBB333. I'm just trying to educate you guys and trying to show you the things, trying to show you that there are people out there that care. And this is going to be an educational thing. This stuff's going to tighten up a lot better. After Friday, I'm going to have quite I hope quite a bit of better technology. I can't cut anything right now or anything like that, but hopefully the sound will get a lot better. So if you can, check out Mr. MBB333, and I want to specifically speak about a video he put up yesterday, I believe it was. And it says, one thing, this is what I've written. One thing Mr. MB333 is great at is cross-correlating encounters. I've been doing this research most of my life. In a specific video today, he brings up a couple of videos that may be very similar. Not only that, but if you take a look at the craft in his video from yesterday, at timestamp 6 minutes 45 seconds in, I see the same thing, but only, I'm sorry, I had a little mistypo there. Basically, this craft that he's talking about, he's correlating it with a video that he has in his archives that looks very similar to the one he just received. And to me, it looks exactly like the craft of the Cash Landrum case. Not exactly, maybe it's cloaked a little bit, but you get that diamond shape to it. Please look it up if you haven't heard of it. This happened on the original Cash Landrum episode happened to them. It happened on December 29th, 1980, to Betty Cash, Vicky Landrum, and Vicky's grandson Colby Landrum. It's a pretty incredible encounter. This is another thing too. I wouldn't believe that these things were all. Connected, but this is one video, or not a video. This is one picture that my girlfriend took right here, and this looks exactly like the Tic Tac UFO, and she saw two of them that day. She was intelligent enough to get out of the car, take pictures of it. There's no wings on that, and I have the digital pictures also still to this day. And what I'm trying to tell you guys is there are things that are going on that have happened, particularly with my family, that is it's crazy when I get into it. You guys are only hearing the main points. You're hearing 15-20% of what's happened. There's a lot of other things that have happened. So I'm going to finish with this. Mr. MBB333 has a great heart. This is the actual video. I'll put it in a description below, and this is the video I was referencing. It's Mr. MBB's video. When he saw it way up there, he was at a complete loss for words. So if you want to understand what I was just talking about with you guys, if I could, I would try and edit that stuff in. But I want to thank you guys for being here. Love from our family to yours. I hope everybody stays safe out there, and have a good night, guys. I hope I can upload this quickly. Thank you, guys.